Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, yes, Bill and Ted themselves, are back together, but not for a comedy sequel. This time, the iconic duo is stepping into a world far removed from their time-traveling, air guitar shredding adventures. Instead of chasing after historical figures, or saving the universe with rock and roll, they're tackling one of the most challenging and enigmatic plays ever written, Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot, for fans who grew up quoting, "Be excellent to each other." Seeing these two actors reunite on the hallowed boards of Broadway is nothing short of surreal. But what does it mean for the world of theater when two pop culture legends take on a play that's as much about the futility of waiting as it is about the search for meaning in a chaotic world? The anticipation has been building for months, with theater insiders and movie buffs alike speculating about how Reeves and Winter would handle the dense philosophical material. Would they bring a fresh perspective to Beckett's existential masterpiece, or would their star power overshadow the subtlety of the text? As the curtain rises, all eyes are on them, and the stakes couldn't be higher. They've taken over Broadway in Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot. The Ethel Barrymore Theater, with its storied history and elegant facade, is now home to a production that's generating more buzz than any musical revival or celebrity cameo in recent memory. The show's posters, featuring stark black and white portraits of Reeves and Winter, have become a must-see photo op for tourists and theater aficionados alike. The city's theater district is abuzz with excitement, and ticket sales have soared, with many performances already sold out weeks in advance. For Broadway, this isn't just another revival, it's an event, a cultural moment that's drawing in audiences who might never have considered seeing an absurdist play before. The question on everyone's mind, can these two actors, best known for their work in film, truly do justice to Beckett's challenging poetic script? The question is, what do the critics think? In a city where every new production is scrutinized by a legion of seasoned reviewers, the opinions of the critics can make or break a show's reputation. Some have approached this revival with skepticism, wondering if the casting of two Hollywood stars is a gimmick designed to sell tickets rather than honor Beckett's vision. Others are genuinely curious to see if Reeves and Winter can transcend their celebrity and deliver performances that resonate on a deeper, more universal level. As the first reviews begin to trickle in, the theater world holds its breath, waiting to see if this bold experiment will be hailed as a triumph or dismissed as a misstep. Let's dive into the reviews and find out if this existential reunion is pure brilliance or just totally bogus. The early reactions are as varied and complex as the play itself. Some critics are captivated by the unexpected chemistry between Reeves and Winter, noting that their decades-long friendship brings a unique warmth to the otherwise bleak landscape of Beckett's world. Others are less convinced, arguing that the production leans too heavily on the novelty of its casting and fails to capture the true absurdity and despair at the heart of the play. Audience members, meanwhile, seem divided. Some are moved to tears by the performances, while others leave the theater scratching their heads, unsure of what they've just witnessed. The debate is raging both online and in the city's coffee shops, with everyone from theater professors to casual fans weighing in on the merits of this high-profile revival. The revival opened this week at the Ethel Barrymore Theater, marking Keanu Reeves' first return to Broadway in over 30 years. The opening night was a star-studded affair, with celebrities, critics, and die-hard fans packing the house to witness what many are calling the most anticipated theatrical event of the season. The energy in the theater was electric, with a palpable sense of excitement and curiosity in the air. For Reeves, who first appeared on Broadway as a young actor in the late 1980s, this return is both a homecoming and a bold new challenge. For Winter, best known for his work in film and television, it's a chance to prove his stage chops alongside his longtime friend and collaborator. Together, they're stepping into roles that have been played by some of the greatest actors of the past century, from Zero Mostel and Burgess Meredith to Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. The pressure is immense, but so is the potential for greatness. Directed by Sam Mendes, this minimalist production reimagines Beckett's classic absurdist tale, with Reeves as Vladimir and Winter as Estragon. Critics are split. Mendes, known for his visionary work on both stage and screen, has stripped the production down to its bare essentials, focusing on the raw emotional core of the play. The set is stark and unadorned, with only a single leafless tree and a few scattered rocks to suggest the desolate landscape where Vladimir and Estragon wait for the mysterious Godot. The lighting is harsh and unforgiving, casting long shadows that heighten the sense of isolation and despair. In this bleak environment, Reeves and Winter are forced to rely on their chemistry and their command of Beckett's language to carry the show. Some critics praise Mendes's direction for its clarity and restraint, arguing that it allows the actors' performances to shine. Others find the production too austere, missing the dark humor and surreal energy that have made previous revivals so memorable. The New York Times called it a haunting, surprisingly tender take on the classic, praising Reeves for his calm, meditative presence. The review highlights how Reeves brings a quiet intensity to the role of Vladimir, imbuing the character with a sense of longing and vulnerability that's both moving and unexpected. According to the Times, Reeves's performance is marked by a stillness that draws the audience in, inviting them to contemplate the deeper philosophical questions at the heart of the play. The review also notes that Reeves's background in action films and science fiction gives his portrayal an otherworldly quality, as if Vladimir is a traveler not just through space and time, but through the very fabric of existence itself. This interpretation has resonated with some audience members who find themselves reflecting on their own experiences of waiting, hoping, and searching for meaning in an uncertain world. Meanwhile, The Guardian noted that while Reeves brings movie star gravitas, Alex Winter steals scenes with his manic energy, a perfect counterbalance. But not everyone's convinced. The Guardian's review praises Winter's physicality and comedic timing, describing his estragon as a whirlwind of nervous energy and existential anxiety. Winter's performance is full of unexpected moments, or a sudden burst of laughter, a wild gesture, a look of despair that quickly turns to hope. This unpredictability keeps the audience on edge, never quite sure what will happen next. The review suggests that Winter's interpretation of Estragon is both hilarious and heartbreaking, capturing the absurdity of the human condition in a way that feels fresh and immediate. However, the review also acknowledges that the production's minimalist approach may leave some viewers cold, especially those who are looking for a more traditional, emotionally charged interpretation of the play. The divide between critics and audiences is becoming more pronounced, with some hailing the revival as a bold new vision, and others dismissing it as a missed opportunity. Variety says the production feels more like a celebrity experiment than a revelation, suggesting that Reeves's zen-like delivery can feel distant in moments that need absurd comedy. The review argues that while Reeves's calm demeanor works well in the play's quieter, more introspective scenes, it sometimes falls flat when the script calls for a burst of manic energy or a moment of slapstick humor. According to Variety, the production's reliance on star power may ultimately undermine its ability to connect with audiences on a deeper level. The review also raises questions about the broader trend of casting movie stars in classic plays, suggesting that the line between art and entertainment is becoming increasingly blurred. Is this revival a genuine attempt to reinterpret Beckett's masterpiece, or is it simply a way to sell tickets and generate buzz? The debate is ongoing, and there are no easy answers. Audiences, however, are loving it. Night after night, the theater is filled with enthusiastic fans who leap to their feet at the end of each performance, showering the cast with applause and cheers. For many, the chance to see Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter perform live on stage is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and they're savoring every moment. Social media is flooded with photos, videos, and glowing reviews from audience members who describe the production as mind-blowing, unforgettable, and a masterclass in acting. Some fans admit that they came for the celebrities but stayed for the powerful performances and thought-provoking themes. Others say that the play has inspired them to learn more about Beckett and the history of absurdist theater. The revival is sparking conversations and debates far beyond the walls of the Ethel Barrymore Theater, bringing new audiences to Broadway and introducing a new generation to the magic of live performance. One fan tweeted, "Keanu delivers Beckett like he's reading from the Matrix Code." The tweet quickly went viral, with thousands of likes and retweets from fans who appreciated the clever reference to Reeves's most famous role. The comparison between Beckett's cryptic dialogue and the enigmatic world of the Matrix has become a running joke among theatergoers, with some even speculating about what it would be like if Neo and Morpheus showed up in the second act. The playful banter on social media is helping to demystify the play and make it more accessible to younger audiences, many of whom are experiencing Beckett for the first time. The intersection of pop culture and high art is on full display, and the results are both entertaining and thought-provoking. Another joke: I didn't understand the play, but Keanu's coat deserves a Tony. The costume, a simple but striking overcoat, has become an unexpected star of the show, with fans posting photos and memes celebrating its dramatic flair. Some have even started online petitions calling for the coat to be preserved in a Broadway museum, while others are speculating about its designer and the symbolism behind its weathered appearance. The lighthearted commentary is a reminder that theater can be both profound and playful, inviting audiences to engage with the material in their own unique ways. For some, the coat is a symbol of the character's endless waiting and longing. For others, it's just a really cool piece of stage wear. Either way, it's become a talking point that's helping to keep the conversation about the revival alive and vibrant. Even theater purists admit the chemistry between Reeves and Winter is undeniable. Despite their reservations about the casting and the production's minimalist approach, many longtime fans of Beckett's work have been won over by the genuine connection between the two leads. Their shared history, both on and off screen, brings an authenticity to their performances that's hard to fake. Backstage, the camaraderie is evident, with Reeves and Winter often seen sharing a laugh or offering each other words of encouragement before each show. On stage, their interactions are filled with subtle gestures and glances that speak volumes about the depth of their friendship. This sense of trust and mutual respect infuses the production with a warmth and humanity that's often missing from more traditional interpretations of the play. For some critics, this is the revival's greatest strength, a reminder that even in the bleakest of circumstances, human connection can offer a glimmer of hope. Their decades-long friendship turns existential despair into something weirdly heartwarming. Watching Reeves and Winter navigate the absurdities of Beckett's world, it's impossible not to be moved by the depth of their bond. Their performances are filled with moments of tenderness and humor, as well as flashes of frustration and despair. The play's central theme, the search for meaning in a world that often seems indifferent or hostile, takes on new resonance when filtered through the lens of their friendship. For many audience members, the revival is less about the specifics of Beckett's philosophy and more about the universal experience of waiting, hoping, and relying on the people we care about to help us make sense of it all. The production has sparked countless conversations about the nature of friendship, the passage of time, and the ways in which art can help us confront life's biggest questions. In the end, this revival of Waiting for Godot doesn't just ask about the meaning of existence, it reminds us why we love seeing actors take big creative risks. The decision to cast Reeves and Winter in these iconic roles was a gamble, but it's one that's paid off in unexpected ways. The production has challenged audiences to rethink their assumptions about what theater can be, and it's sparked a renewed interest in Beckett's work among a new generation of fans. For the actors, the experience has been both exhilarating and humbling, forcing them to stretch their creative muscles and confront their own fears and insecurities. For the creative team, it's been a chance to experiment with new ideas and push the boundaries of what's possible on stage. And for the audience, it's been an opportunity to witness something truly unique, a once-in-a-lifetime event that will be remembered for years to come. Whether you call it genius or confusion, it's pure theater and pure Keanu. The revival has become a cultural touchstone, inspiring passionate debates and heartfelt discussions about the nature of art, the power of performance, and the enduring appeal of two actors who have spent their careers defying expectations. For some, the production is a bold reinvention of a classic. For others, it's a fascinating experiment that doesn't quite hit the mark, but no one can deny the impact it's had on the Broadway landscape, or the excitement it's generated among fans and critics alike. As the final curtain falls, and the applause echoes through the theater, one thing is clear: this is a moment that will be remembered, not just for the star power of its cast, but for the risks it took and the conversations it sparked. So, what do you think was your buying? What do you winako de max? Peter Zura mine, what do you da? Is Keanu's Godot a triumph or a head-scratcher? The debate is far from over, and the only way to truly know is to experience the production for yourself. Whether you're a die-hard Beckett fan, a devoted follower of Reeves and Winter, or simply someone who loves great theater, this revival offers something for everyone. It's a chance to see two beloved actors take on one of the most challenging plays in the canon, to witness the magic of live performance, and to join in the ongoing conversation about what it means to wait, to hope, and to search for meaning in a world that doesn't always make sense. So grab your tickets, take your seat, and get ready for a night of theater you'll never forget. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more entertainment deep dives. Whether you're a theater buff,